tonight. How high can they go? Minnesota Power proposes a rate increase, but what does it mean for your monthly bill? And tackling a nationwide problem right here in Duluth. That's what a Northland college is doing to address an impending shortage of 800,000 employees. But first, how bad was this storm? We're digging into the damage totals from a third October doozy in a row.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Anthony Matt. Kristen is on assignment. Thanks for joining us. We're getting a better idea tonight of the damage left behind by the most recent October storm in Duluth. That storm on October 21st brought with it high winds and huge waves causing flooding in Canal Park and other parts of the city. CBS3's Alex Libby is live for us along the lake walk in Canal Park with the details tonight. Alex, that storm was just the latest in a series over the last few years, causing some pretty serious damage.
Yeah, that's right, Tony. The damage was pretty bad here where I'm standing in Canal Park. The good news is there was phase 1 and phase 2 right behind me closer to downtown, which withheld the damage from this most recent storm. That being said, there was still a mess to clean up along other parts of the lake walk, specifically in Canal Park. The strong winds and waves washed up rocks and large logs. Duluth Fire Chief Sean Crozet says today the total amount of damage between city and county from this most recent storm was about $300,000.
And I think, that was primarily what we were looking at was debris cleanup. We didn't have a lot of infrastructure damage.
That $300,000 amount was about $85,000 short of the threshold for Homeland Security to declare a state of emergency. So the question now is, who is covering the cost of this storm damage? Well, Chief Sean Crozet says the damage was covered by the St. Louis County budget.
All right, Alex, and you talked about the first two phases of the Lake Walk reconstruction project. What do we know about the third and final phase?
So the third and final phase will be happening right here where I am in Canal Park, and that will be happening in the next few months.
All right, a lot of people anxious for a full return of the lake walk. We'll keep following that one. Alex Libby live for us tonight in Canal Park. Thanks, Alex. And with that, we'll turn over to Dave for a quick shot at the weather. Dave, pretty normal fall day out there today, it seemed.
Just a hair abnormal this morning, though, when there were enough flurries falling to create a couple of fender benders, a few cars on their sides. That's never happened to me, and I hope it never happens. So to those it did happen to, our hearts go out to you. There's a chance for some more flurry activity tonight because this low pressure system is not out of our area yet. About a 30 to 40% chance for flurries tonight as, of course, the night goes on. Low temps for many towns falling into the mid-20s. For Saturday itself, we'll shake off the flurries for a little while, but hold on to the clouds. Mostly cloudy, high in the mid-30s. Sunday, it could warm all the way up to 40, which is the closest we've been in a while to normal, which in turn could lead to another round of precip come Monday, which we'll talk about in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Minnesota Power customers could soon be paying more to keep the lights on. The company has filed a request with state regulators to increase rates. CBS3's Caitlin Moffitt spoke with Minnesota Power today and tells us what this could mean for customers.
Tony, today's filing is just the beginning of a 12 to 18-month process. If approved by the regulators, the increase could come in 2 waves, potentially totaling nearly $12 extra a month on your bill. The first step comes in December when the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission could set an interim rate hike of 7.7%. That's roughly an additional $6 on your bill. Minnesota Power officials say the full request proposes to increase your bill by $11.66 total a month. Small businesses, meanwhile, would see an increase of just over $30 a month. Minnesota Power says they're proposing the increase due to higher operating expenses as they work toward 50% renewable energy over the next 2 years.
During this transformation, our operating costs have increased and our revenue has changed. So today we have filed a request with our state regulators to review and approve an increase in rates for our customers to allow Minnesota Power to continue to deliver safe, reliable, and cleaner energy.
Minnesota Power says even with a rate increase, customers would still be paying the lowest amount for electricity in the state of Minnesota. The last rate hike happened in 2016. The PUC is set to vote in December on the interim rate, and a vote on the final rate increase won't occur until at least next fall. At the same time, Minnesota Power says it has been given permission to increase assistance for low-income customers with their monthly energy bills.
Thanks, Caitlin. Another scam is causing neighbors to be on alert in Sawyer County. Authorities say they've received several complaints about phone calls from people claiming to be with local utility companies. The scammers apparently try to get financial information or payments from their victims and threaten to shut off utilities if payments are not made. The sheriff's office is reminding everyone that utility companies do not operate that way, and if you receive a similar call, do not give out any personal information and call your local utility company. If you do receive a call like this, simply hang up the phone. Officials say a 7th grader died this morning after being struck by a car while biking to school near the Twin Cities. It happened right around 7:30. The Eagan Police Department says 13-year-old Patrick Vitek was struck in a collision with a car. Emergency crews brought Vitek to Regions Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Vitek was apparently a 7th grader at Dakota Hills Middle School in Eagan. Counselors were on hand Friday to help students with whatever they needed. The collision remains under investigation. A new Wisconsin law goes into effect today that is aimed to help patients access important prescription medication. The STEP therapy law has a list of requirements for all health insurance companies. These include convenient options for alternate medication and an appeal process for medications that are denied. The new law still allows insurers to take steps to control costs. Now, companies have until 2020 to ensure that they're complying with the regulations. Officials say that the law will have a positive impact on most people in the state. Well, it's been 10 years since the Lake Superior School District, which serves 2 harbors and Silver Bay, began operating on a 4-day schedule. That was a decision that was made to help the district save money. CBS 3's Jenna Wells spoke with school officials today about the trends they've seen over the decade. Jenna.
Tony, the schedule for students is Monday through Thursday. Class periods are much longer than normal, many of them nearing an hour, and days are slightly longer. That schedule works out to be roughly the same amount of work that would be done in a 5-day week. Officials say financially, the decision has definitely paid off. The district is saving around $188,000 a year by not having school on Fridays. Dr. Bill Crandall, the superintendent of Lake Superior Schools, says several data analysis tests were done to find benefits and drawbacks of the 4-day school week. While academic test scores have remained fairly stable, Dr. Crandall says there has been a significant spike in attendance.
One of the things we found was in the area of attendance, our attendance for students was increasing. We were upwards in the area of 94%. And the same with our staff attendance. That was increasing because they were only here for 4 days, so they tried to keep that focus.
Dr. Crandall says the original drawback of the 4-day week was families who were concerned about who would watch younger kids on Fridays. But he says there are plenty of programs offered on Fridays, and the community has adapted to the schedule. Dr. Crandall tells me there is a vote coming up soon on whether or not the district will continue 4-day weeks for the next 3 years. He says the district will survey teachers and the community to make that decision, but he believes the 4-day week has become an integral part of the district.
Thanks, Jenna. The aviation industry is facing a major shortage of pilots and maintenance technicians. Lake Superior College is doing their part to solve that problem. CBS 3's Emma Quinn explains how a partnership with Minnesota State University Mankato is getting students in the sky.
Aviation students like freshman Cody Johnson used to have to worry about where they'd finish their education after completing LSC's 2-year pilot program. Not anymore.
It's a lot less stress for us to try and go and find other places that would accept the 60 credits that we get here at LSC.
Friday morning, the school and Minnesota State University Mankato agreed to a transfer agreement.
We offer a 2-year pilot degree program. Mankato offers a 4-year bachelor's degree in aviation, and what we're doing is essentially combining those programs to make our students in the pilot program have this smooth and easy transition and transfer agreement so that they want to go on and work for a commercial airline as a pilot.
And those commercial pilots are needed.
That there currently is a need for pilots, but then they're anticipating in the near future there's going to be an even bigger need for pilots because there's so many retirements that are coming up soon.
Because of that need, Lake Superior College has seen an increase in students interested in aviation. For Johnson, it's one less worry. He's excited to finish his degree and get up in the air.
It's like a whole new world up there. You get up into the sky, it's like, if you can get above the clouds, it's, I don't know, it's indescribable. It's like a whole new world.
Now, Lake Superior College officials say many of the pilots that are retiring are baby boomers. According to airline industry studies, by 2035, there will be 790,000 pilot and maintenance technician job openings. A new roof is being installed on the Cathedral of Christ the King's bell tower in Superior after clay tiles were blown off. The Superior Telegram says the tiles on the bell tower are being replaced with a steel roof. Some of the clay tiles were from the original build in 1924. Work is expected to be done within the next week or so, weather permitting. And hey, for all of you junk lovers, the semi-annual junk hunt is back this weekend in Duluth. It kicked off this morning at the deck and features vendors from all over the state of Minnesota and beyond. Shoppers can find a huge assortment of antique furniture, home decor, jewelry, and other vintage items, plus a new farmers market section.
We love coming because we find all kinds of great treasures that I'm sure that we don't need. This year we're kind of looking for crates and a lot of rusty tin things, Christmas trees, a lot of gifts for the holidays. It's just a great time. Don't miss out. Make sure you come down today or tomorrow. You'll have a lot of fun at the junk hunt.
Tickets are $5, and some of the proceeds benefits the Project Joy organization. The hunt continues on Saturday from 9 in the morning through 4 o'clock. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, it's Give to the Max Day. We'll tell you how you can help local nonprofits next.
The normal is 44 this time of year. Today we crept up a little bit to 37, still shy. Will we get there this weekend, and will this snow flurry activity go away? 2 questions we'll answer with the 7-day forecast coming up right after our break.
Numi Jewelers is having a spectacular sale. Everything in stock is up to 30% off. Stop in to find spectacular savings going on now. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Spectrum Mobile makes it easy to save. Mix and match our unlimited and by-the-gig data plans and build the perfect family plan that fits your needs. Unlimited nationwide talk and text included. See for yourself with the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator. Enter your information and see how much you can save over other carriers. It's that easy. Plus, you can change plans anytime, and there are no added taxes, fees, or contracts. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save today.
The Dish voice remote just got even more powerful. Why'd we put so much technology in there?
You don't think I've watched a lot of football? You want to put a little wager on it? Bet.
So you can settle that bet without ever taking your eyes off the game.
How many D1 football teams are there?
What you do with that power?
Oh, it's gotta hurt.
Well, that is totally up to you.
Don't look so sad, man. Come on, we're having fun.
New Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Dish, tuned into you.
Hey, Aaron and Todd, what do you guys do on a bye week?
Buy a pizza, buy some wings, buy a Pizzone, buy your own.
Call Pizza Hut now. Get 2 or more of your favorites from the 5 and Up lineup, starting at just $5 each. You can't have football without the Hut.
From morning coffee runs to family trips, away games, campouts, and weekend projects. No adventure is too big for the Honda lineup, with available all-wheel drive. Visit your Honda dealer and test drive one today.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
What do we got?
Jane Miller. No one came looking for her?
No. Seems like Jane does have a lot of friends. They're all in prison.
my, oh my. A new Blue Bloods tonight.
You two should have a ceremony to renew your vows.
Wow. The neighborhood. Then, this unlikely couple.
We're friends. Yeah, we're past friends.
Needs all the help they can get.
Do I not have been saying this? No.
A new Bahart's Abishola after a new neighborhood. Monday on CBS.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, as I always say, even when the sky is gray around our region, there's still beauty to be found, whether it's natural or mechanical. The Irvin's back in her slip and a little gray sky and a red ship. Well, it really makes the picture pop here down at the head of the lakes. And for the weekend, probably a very similar picture. The sky is going to stay gray. We get a chance for some flurries tonight still sticking around, then a break for the weekend. Another run could come back on Monday, which we'll talk about with our 7-day forecast. After we eye up, of course, the current conditions at the airport in Duluth. It's 35 there right now. In the sky, it's mostly cloudy. The wind is westerly, northwesterly, 14 miles per hour, relative humidity 57%, and barometric pressure at the surface high at 30.03, but it falls off rapidly as you go up a few thousand feet. That's why we have the clouds. We're on the tail end of a low pressure system. That's what brought us the snow showers earlier this morning, which, if they hadn't melted off rather rapidly, I think just might have added up to that half-inch we were talking about. It was slippery enough, though, this morning for at least one fender bender I've seen, and so drive cautiously tonight through tomorrow morning. By tomorrow afternoon, the flurry chance should go away for at least a couple of days. Right now, temperature-wise, we're at 31 Hibbing and International Falls, 34 Moose Lake, 35 Superior, 32 in Silver Bay and Watersmeet, 33 to 35 from Ironwood to Ashland. High temperatures tomorrow, maybe a hair warmer than today if we're getting towards 37 today, maybe 38 for a few towns tomorrow. But all in all, it's going to stay cooler than normal for several days of the next 7 coming our way. Coming our way right now, there's still a 30 to 40% chance for the snow showers from the tail end of the low pressure system. Right now, it looks like Thunder Bay's getting the best of that deal if you're a snow fan, or the worst of the deal if you don't like snow. A little bit of skirting along the Canadian border right now as well, and there's a slight chance, yeah, for about 12 more hours we could get some of that to pop off in our region from this first low pressure system bringing its flurries. Now, there's another low pressure system to the southwest, which by Monday could bring us a mix, rain and snow. Rain and snow. That means it will warm up a little bit. Yeah, come Sunday, Monday, we just might crack 40 degrees for a little while. By next weekend, though, Minnesota deer opener, it looks like a cold snap's going to come across. Coming across tonight, Minnesota-wise, low temps in the 20s, 30% chance for flurries, west wind 5 to 15. Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 20s for your lows, 40% flurry chance through about 8 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps, mid-30s, mostly cloudy sky. Windy, too, west 10 to 20. Minnesota, low to mid-30s, but warmer by the lake, mostly cloudy sky, but dry. And the same deal, mostly cloudy, dry on Sunday, and 40. Tony, close to normal finally. Come Monday, 40% chance for a mix comes around, and then temperatures tumble to 30 for a high Tuesday, down to 27 for a high Thursday, and our overnight low temps could fall into the lower teens by Thursday morning.
Looking to be about that time of year when we just start seeing more and more snow chances in the forecast.
November hits and the heat goes away.
Yeah, it sure does. Thanks, Dave. A northwestern Wisconsin artist has taken her talents to the Twin Ports. Susan Martinson is known for many historical murals in Ashland and was asked to paint one for the North Shore Theater in the Skywalk. The mural unveiled today is made from 16 8-by-6-foot pieces of plywood that Martinson painted in her Ashland studio. She says it's representation of the musical history of Duluth, and according to Martinson, it has another important purpose.
This used to be just an ugly, nondescript wall, and people would come in here and they'd be very confused. Where do I go? I'm looking for a theater. I don't see a theater.
She also says the layout of the wall allowed her to make a 3D mural that represents a stage with curtains, which is the first thing you see when walking down the Skywalk. And hey, it's Give to the Max Day in Minnesota. It's a philanthropic day designed to help raise money for thousands of organizations that work to improve the quality of life in the Northland and beyond. You can make a donation to any of the participating nonprofits by finding the website to donate on through our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Duluth nonprofits participating in Give to the Max Day can be found by searching Duluth on the website. Gabriel's here to talk a little bit about sports. You're in for Kelly. Got a few things coming up I know Vikings fans will be interested in.
Exactly. We've got an update on Patrick Mahomes' status for Sunday against the Vikings. Stay tuned
That and more coming up in sports.
Northwest Outlet, the North Face headquarters of the Northland.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. New state-of-the-art dealership. Same President's Award-winning service. KohlerToyota.com. Here's this week's CBS3 Game Day lineup. Brought to you by Kohler Hyundai. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
All sportsmen, regardless of your passion, run the risk of transporting aquatic invaders. So it's important. Always clean, drain, and dry.
Waterfowl hunting is a passion for many, but it puts us into close contact with a lot of vegetation and bottom materials. This means we need to stay hyper-vigilant against the spread of nuisance invaders like Eurasian water milfoil and zebra mussels, to name a few. Start by clearing all vegetation and sediment from your blind, decoys, push poles, and anything else that could harbor an invasive organism. Do a thorough clean-off of your boat and trailer, starting at the bow and working your way to the back. Drain bilge and live well water by pulling plugs and fully trim the motor down to drain water from the outboard cooling system. Take it a step further at home and clean select gear with the hose and brush. You can't get everything at the access. Lastly, make sure your clothing and equipment have dried before going somewhere new.
This Veterans Day, we want to thank you for your service at Black Bear Casino Resort. Monday, November 11th, veterans participate by presenting their military identification at the Players Club. Included in the promotion is a visit to the buffet for a free meal. Veterans also receive $10 in free play, as well as a patriotic-themed gift at the Players Club, honoring all who served. Please join us on Veterans Day and receive our gratitude. Visit BlackBearCasinoResort.com for more information. Make the Bear your place.
At Cracker Barrel, we're cooking up warm feelings of home this season with country fried turkey, hand-breaded, fried till crispy, and topped with holiday herbed gravy. Our take on a festive favorite is back, and it's only at Cracker Barrel. So come on home for the holidays. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
This hot rod runs on unleaded, but this mom runs on the new 2 for $4 super snacks from DQ. I can mix and match my 2 favorite snacks for just $4. Like pretzel sticks with zesty queso on a sundae, cheeseburger and a refreshing Coke, or even chicken strips and fries all day, and all for just $4. Buckle up, hunger. That's pure snack power.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on live local CBS3 Duluth.
Everyone who has ever lived has lived here. All of mankind's triumphs and failures. Every moment, every hometown, all here. We start our coverage on the ground and take it to the airwaves, so you always know what's happening in your own world and beyond. We are free TV and radio. We are breaking news. We are always there. We are broadcasters.
For the first time since 2014, the Esko Eskimos are section champs after a dramatic 1-point win over Aitken last night. They've now won 6 games in a row through some tough circumstances this season. Just last month, backup quarterback Jackson Pfister collapsed on the field in a game at Aitken and later died. But the team has rallied together and is playing some of their best football of the season at the right time. Head coach Scott Arnson says he is proud of his group and all that they've accomplished.
It's fantastic. I mean, I love these kids. And what they've done, it's just, it's beyond words. At least for me, it is. I couldn't be more proud of a group of young men. There's no way I could be. It's maybe just a little step in healing, but I think it's obviously we still have a long way to go. But I feel good for the boys. They've put in and endured a lot.
Well, in the NFL, who will be under center, Matt Moore or Patrick Mahomes? That's the question heading into Sunday as the Vikings prepare to take on the high-powered Kansas City offense. Mahomes was upgraded from doubtful to questionable today and was a limited participant at practice after dislocating his knee just 3 weeks ago. If he's unable to go, it'll be Matt Moore under center for the Chiefs for the second straight week. Vikings players say they've been preparing for both quarterbacks all week long and feel ready to go regardless of who's out there Sunday.
We're just preparing for all aspects of their offense like we do every week. They have a few more wrinkles than the average team, but we put in a good work of preparation. It's all about executing at this point.
You study everything you possibly can to get a help on, get a lead on that week. You know, you study him, study Matt Moore, study the receivers, the concepts, the down and distance. You study everything you possibly can and try to get a jump on those guys and try to get a win.
Well, to the NBA, Giannis and the Bucks are on the road tonight, taking on the Orlando Magic. Milwaukee is looking to bounce back after Wednesday's loss against the Celtics. This game just got underway. And there's plenty of women's hockey action in the Twin Ports tonight. St. Scholastica, who's receiving national votes, opens their season against Gustavus. Meanwhile, across the bridge in Superior, the Yellow Jackets open up their 2019 campaign at home against Concordia. And in Division I, the 10th-ranked Bulldogs are at home against St. Cloud State. You can catch it live on Fox Sports North, but if you miss it, we'll have highlights tonight at 10. Now, Tony, going back to the Vikings,
yeah.
Is Mahomes going to play? What do you think?
I don't know. I think, you just got to think that upgrade is probably just a chess move on behalf of Kansas City. Ultimately, I think if you're the Vikings, you want to play him so you can kind of gauge where your team is at and how good they are.
That's a good point.
But I'll be just fine.
I've heard he's been playing a scout team all week long.
Okay.
So that's pretty telling there that he probably won't be there.
No first team reps. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll keep an eye on it. Thanks, Gamiel. Well, tonight on the CBS3 News at 10, Democratic presidential candidates are campaigning in Iowa today ahead of tonight's Democratic Party Liberty and Justice celebration. A new poll in Iowa shows Joe Biden in 4th place, with Senator Elizabeth Warren at the top. We'll have more details on this story coming up tonight on the CBS3 News at 10. And hey, check this out. Here's a look at Lake Superior's Zoo's bear cubs celebrating Halloween last night. They got the chance to eat pumpkins, celebrating a spooktacular Halloween here in the Northland. Just can't get enough of that. Boy, does he look like he's having a lot of fun there. And before we go to Dave for a last look at weather, there's a lot of people that make a newscast work that you never see. Directors, editors, photographers. One of those is a producer. And today, our producer, Adam, is celebrating his birthday. We'll wish him a happy birthday here on air. So he makes a lot of the show work. So happy birthday, Adam.
Yeah, almost all of it.
Almost all of it, yeah.
All right.
How's the weather going to hold up tonight?
Well, let's fire up the 7-day forecast and check things out. Tonight, there's still a 30 to 40% chance for some snow showers around the region. Should end early tomorrow morning around sunrise time. We're on the tail end of a low pressure system Saturday, so we'll be mostly cloudy and only 35. Normal is 44. Sunday, we'll be on the front end of a new low pressure system, so it'll still stay mostly cloudy, but the high will hit 40, closest we've been to normal for a couple of days. Doesn't last long. Starts to cool down a little bit on Monday, and that's when that next low pressure system then brings us its 40% chance for a rain-snow mix. Breaking the action on Tuesday, and then another round of light snow could hit us by Wednesday. Right now, it looks like it's going to be light snow, and once that goes, then we drop into the teens for our overnight lows.
I'm just waiting for that 7-day to take over into Saturday and Sunday, so we know what deer hunters can expect.
You and a lot of other folks around Minnesota, indeed. We should know better, of course, by Monday.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Well, that's the news for now. We'll see you back here at 10 o'clock tonight.
CBS